Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I'm late. Such is life. So, getting ourselves in the camera mode, putting music on, getting ready to head back to the mat. So, move your stretch, do everything you need to do, and I will see you guys in just a few moments. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry I'm a smidge late. So, we're just going to stretch it out for a few moments, but then we're just going to get right into it today. We're going to get right into that activation. Just making sure you give yourself this moment to quickly move. Stretch out anything you feel like you need to. Got a nice one going today, starting off with some glutes, a little bit of lower body, and then we're going to finish off with a 6-minute arm finisher because I am feeling that. So it is time. Come and meet me on all fours. We're going to go right into it. So we're going to do 4 moves, 2 rounds, 30 seconds per move, no rest in between. So you're going to start just on all fours and you're just going to do nice, simple donkey kicks, whatever side you want to start with. So you're going to kick it up and you're going to bring it back in using that core to bring the leg up and down. So it's not just the leg moving up and down, it's a little bit of core work. So up and then back down. So you're there for 30 seconds and then you're going to move into fire hydrant. So opening and closing. Don't worry about getting that leg all the way high. If you're only about here, doing great. So you're just going to bring it up and down with some nice little fire hydrants. Then you're going to give me circles. You're going to be 30 seconds or 15 seconds of forward circles, 15 seconds of backward circles, really opening up the hip. And last but not least, you're going to give me just some nice little donkey kick pulses. So you're going to squeeze that thigh and that cheek, and then you're going to get to moving. So 30 seconds, 4 moves, 2 rounds. I'm going to give you all the time or all the cues that you need. Donkey kick, fire hydrant, circles, and last but not least, it's going to be those donkey kick pulses, keeping that core tight the whole time, collarbone open, elbows rolling in. You got 10 seconds to come meet me on all fours, and you can start with whatever side you want to start with. So come on all fours. You have 4 donkey kicks in 3, 2, 1 donkey kicks. So you're going to bring it up and back in. So slow and steady here. There's no rush. You're just doing a nice flat back, keeping the elbows slightly bent, each little finger pad squeezing into the mat. Yep, we're starting nice and strong here with these. You have about 5 more seconds, and we're going to go into those fire hydrants in 4, 3, 2, and fire hydrants 1, opening and closing. With just as much power as you have to open, that's what you're going to use to close. And I'm already sweating. We have just started class. Keep that core nice and tight. Feel this a little bit in those obliques. Only about 10 more seconds left here. Then we're going to go into some nice circles in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give me forward circles for 15 seconds. Really drawing a nice big circle with the knee. It is your paintbrush. You're painting the moment here. For only another 4 seconds, and we'll switch it backwards in 3, 2, and 1. Switching it backwards now. Backward circles. Again, a nice flat back. I'm using that as a reminder for myself. You have 4. We're going to go into donkey kick pulses in 3, 2, 1. Donkey kick pulses. So keep that leg up at that 90-degree angle and tiny little pulses here. Making sure not to round that back. Keep it nice and flat. And bring in that lower belly to help keep that back flat. 15 seconds. If you're struggling a little bit on your wrist, you're welcome to come down to those forearms, but making sure you're not compromising that form. You only have 4 seconds, and then we're switching to the other side. In 3, 2, and drop it. Give yourself a second. Take it to the other side. Donkey kicks, other side. Holy moly. Yep. I feel this on this side way more. Deep breaths. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. If you had the opportunity to have a 3-day weekend, phenomenal. If not, that's okay. You have 3 fire hydrants and 2 and 1 fire hydrants, opening and closing. That knee is going as high as you can get it to go. But again, form, way more important. If you need to lower it, by all means. Because I'd rather keep the hips a little more squared for about 10 more seconds. And then you're in circles. In 3, 2, and 1. Give me 15 seconds of forward circles. Let it crack. That's okay. You only have a little less now than a minute to go of movement on the glutes. For 3, we're going to switch it backwards. And 2 and 1, switch it backwards. Big backward circles. Try not to spill too deeply into the hip that is supporting you. Keep it nice and balanced. Deep breaths. For 2 and 1, last move, donkey kick pulses. This is it. Shine both those hips square to the ground. You can have the foot flexed or pointed, whatever feels better. But important is that flat back. Because yeah, I know we could all concave it and feels good, but this is where the core work comes in. Protecting the spine by wrapping the rib cage in for just 4, 3, you're almost there. Don't stop. For 2 and 1, now you can stop. Woo, guys, we got a whole workout to get through. So as I explained, you are welcome to stretch. It is simple today. It is 6 moves, 3 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So we're going to start at the back of the mat. It'll be a walkout to 2 push-ups on the feet or on the knees. So those arms are going to go up overhead. You're going to forward fold, hinging at the hips. You're going to walk it out to a nice high plank. You got 2 options on push-ups. You can give me 2 push-ups on the feet. I'm going to do 1 there and then 1 on the, I almost said wrist, on the knees. And then you walk it back up by really keeping in that core tight and then rolling it up. You're not going to get many of those in. So it's walk out to a double push-up. And then from here, it's an alternating diagonal lateral lunge. So you're going to come towards the center of your mat and you're just going to take an alternating diagonal lateral lunge, right? So take it out to a nice lateral lunge. Keep those hips back. Sit like back in a chair. And then you're going to use those inner thighs to pull yourself back up. And then alternating diagonal lateral lunge to the other side. And then from here, down to the ground, down onto the ground for forearm plank hip dips. So coming onto those forearms and doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. Nice flat back. You're going to bring one hip to one side, come up through the center, and then over to the other side. Try not to go too high. Stay nice and low here. And then you're just going to go to get those hips side to side. Those are your forearm plank hip dips. The last 3 moves are going to be mountain climbers. I know. So you're going to come up onto those wrists. You're going to go into a nice plank and you're going to mountain climb at your own speed, your own pace, bringing that knee in to meet the chest. Nice and slow for me. And then last 2 moves, you're going to come onto your back for glute bridge circles. So they're a little bit different than regular glute bridges. You're going to take the hips over to one side, coming all the way through the center, taking it over to the left, and then back down. And you're just going to do glute bridge circles. You're going to lift those hips up high, and you're going to make some nice big circles. And last but not least, a tiny little cardio burst, drop squats. So you can do these walking, or you can do them with the actual jump. So you're just going to take the hand behind you, one hand down, then come back up, and you're just going to drop into those squats. If that jump is not for you, you're just going to step it out, and then you're just going to keep that drop going. So walk out to a double push-up, alternating diagonal lateral lunge, forearm plank hip dips, mountain climbers, glute bridge circles, drop squats. You got 10 seconds to come meet me on the back of your mat. Let's go for a little bit of core strength right now, a little bit of upper body. You have 5 seconds. Lift those hands up nice and high. We'll get a little head start in 3, 2, and hinge at the hips. 1. Let's go. Hinging at the hips. Walking out to a nice high plank. Give me 2 push-ups. You can always do 2 on the feet. You can graduate, you can reduce, and then you just walk it back. So really stretching out the body here, getting yourself primed and ready. You're already halfway through. Just breathe deep. Keep those elbows tracking back. Chest nice and open. Balance through the feet. You have only 5, 4, 3, you're gonna rest in 2 and 1. 20 seconds of rest, you guys. So come and meet me in the center. You're gonna do those alternating diagonal lateral lunges. Lots of words here. So again, you're gonna be sitting back in that chair, you're gonna squeeze those legs and you're gonna come right back up through the center. You have 5 seconds though. Get my legging going. You can start with the more challenging leg. So I'm going towards the left in 3, 2, 1, we're on. Alternating diagonal lateral lunge all the way back and then coming all the way through center. Getting nice and low here. Whew. And then bring it back up. These are definitely my least favorite, but we gotta do the things we don't like in order to gain the strength that we do like. So keep it up for 20 more seconds. Keep that chest nice and open, just like your mind. Keep your mind open, keep your heart open, keep your chest open. You only have 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done. Onto the forearms, to the ground, forearm plank hip dips. So you're gonna keep that back nice and flat. You're gonna stay nice and strong. You're gonna relax that face. And I'm gonna actually go quiet for this round so we can just dive on into our bodies, eyes open or closed. Forearm plank, hip dips in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Side to side. Halfway. In 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake out those arms, come back into those knees, roll out that chest, because we're going right back down into some mountain climbers. I know, fun. It is going to be fun. You got 10 seconds, so get those wrists primed and ready to go at your own pace, your own speed. You have 4 high plank in 3, mountain climbers in 1. We are on. Knee to the chest. Nice open body. But if the mountain climbers are not for you, you can come alternate, or you can come onto those knees and just give me tiny little knee tucks if for some reason those mountain climbers are not calling your name. But I want you to do the best you can here. A nice flat back, keeping those knees going towards the chest for only 10 more seconds. Have those shoulder blades rolling down for just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Whew. Guys, last 2 moves. Rolling glute, or not rolling glute bridges, sorry, circle glute bridges. So you're gonna just take those hips to a circle on one side and then the other way. Getting ready in 4. Have those arms going to touch towards those heels in 3, 2, and 1. Circle glute bridges. So take it over to one side, lifting it all the way through the center, over to the other side, and then lowering it down. Slow and steady here. Just a little different movement from a regular old glute bridge. Gotta switch things up. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, I think the results are gonna change. Not so much. Trust me, breaking patterns and habits is one of the hardest things we have to do as human beings. So you can think about it in your movement practice. What kind of habits you want to break? Oops, 30 seconds or 20 seconds of rest. We are already on rest. Guys, we're saying to get up. It's drop squats. I was so busy talking about breaking patterns and habits. That's one of mine. I keep talking and won't shut the fuck up. 7 seconds, drop squats. You can jump it, or you can take the legs out and walk it one at a time. You got 4 seconds. Give yourself this little bit of cardio in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All the way down, all the way up. You're sitting it back. And if that's not even for you, you can just go up and down without jumps at all. And you are still getting a great amount of work in. Keep going. You're almost there. Halfway. Keep that chest open. You can switch it halfway through. Whew. Needing to give myself a little bit more room. Those feet are staying nice and light. Even if you feel like you are heavy as an elephant, you're not. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shit. 20 seconds. Yeah. Sometimes I get tired too. 20 seconds, but do our best to keep our chests open, Because if we're just lunging over, we're just like, oh, I'm defeated. If we're keeping our chest up, we're like, oh, doing something. 5 seconds, walk out to a double push-up in 3. Have those hands go up. 1, let's go hinge at the hips, bring in that core nice and tight. Walk it out to a high plank. 2 push-ups on the feet or on the knees. And when you walk it back in, let that core lead you first. Deep breaths. Eyes can be open or closed. Sometimes I like to close mine just to get in a little further. You have 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds of rest, guys. Standing it up, alternating diagonal lateral lunge. So I was in a workout class the other day, and someone was reminding me that so oftentimes instructors are like, I'm gonna get you out of here, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you in here. Like, I wanna get you in this body, in this moment. You have 3, 2, 1, alternating diagonal lateral lunge. Let's go. So once you get into this movement, don't think about getting out. You will get out, time will pass, and everything will work out. Just get in. So how often do you just get to go in? So often we're like working to beat the clock. We're trying to get out of somewhere. Let's go in now. You have about halfway to go. Deep breaths. You can let the breaths kind of guide you with these movements. Breathing out on the way down, in on the way up. For just another 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 20 seconds of rest. Forearm plank hip dips. So in these forearm plank hip dips, I want you to think about the duality of this moment. I want you to think one thing when you go to one side, one thing you go to the other side. Think in opposites. So thinking about those things you tell yourself that are shitty, and then tell yourself something good on one side. So let's start with, I sometimes think I'm a little dumb, but actually I'm kind of fucking smart. Sometimes I think, oh, I'm puffy and bloated. Other times I go, damn, I have a body to exist in. So, duality. Every little piece of you, every little side of you, every little moment that you get to exist on this planet, kind of fucking cool. 15 seconds. Keep that core in tight, collarbone open, jaw relaxed for 3, 2, and holy moly, 1. Come up off those forearms, give yourself a nice stretch. We're going into those mountain climbers, so I'm stretching out the shoulders because that feels right and good for me. Yeah, we're going right back in here. You have 7 seconds meeting me in that high plank. In 4, 3 mountain climbers, in 2, 1. Let's go. Knees in to meet the chest at a speed that makes you feel consistent, comfortable, and confident. Again, for whatever reason these mountain climbers are not for you, take it to those knees and you just give me tiny little knee tucks by using those lower abs. And trust me, even if you're like, I don't have abs, I don't see them, you literally do have abdominals. We all have them. 10 seconds. The reason you can't see them is a multitude of reasons. 1, genetics. 2, unfortunately, body fat. But body fat's a good thing, especially as women. It protects their uterus. Oops, 20 seconds of rest. Shake out those arms. We're going into those glute bridge circles. So, onto our backs. And trust me, no one's turning us down. I'm not turning us down. No one's being like, you know what? You have too much abdominal fat. I'm not going to be around you. That's just like not a thing. 2, 1, glute bridge circles. So, do whatever makes you feel happy, pleasured, excited, and free. So, be yourself, do the damn thing, be in the moment, and just rock it. Glute bridge circles all the way up, all the way down for another 15 seconds. You have 3. I don't know how to count today. Now you have 3, 2, and 1. Lowering it down. Giving yourself a moment to breathe because we got to stand up for those drop squats. All right. roll it up to the top, get yourself moving and grooving. You got one more round after this. Then we're gonna be on our feet the whole time doing 6 minutes of arms, but it's fine. Don't even think about it. Drop squats in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All the way down, all the way up. You only have to do this one more time. We're not doing a crazy amount of cardio. Why? Because you don't need to do cardio all the time. However, cardio you should be doing is walking every single day. I like to say 2 to 3 times a day, like a dog. If you have an animal, you're walking that dog at least twice a day. You are an animal as well. So why are you not walking yourself? 10 seconds. Whew. I gotta take it down. And that's okay, because I know it's working for me. We're just 3, 2, and 1. All right, back of the mat, 20 seconds. This is your finale of a round. Shake it out. I'm tired too, you guys. You have 5 seconds, getting those arms up overhead. 4, 3, we're gonna hinge at the hips. In 2, 1, let's go. Hinge down at the hips, keeping the core nice and strong. Walking it out to a nice high plank on the feet or on the knees. 2 push-ups. Slow and steady in those push-ups. Walk it right back up. You got this. Even when you're like, I can't do a push-up, you absolutely can. Even if it's not from your feet, if it's from your knees, who said that's not a push-up? So long as the form is as solid as you can make it, and I'll be damned, that's a push-up. You only have 2, 1, that went fast. 20 seconds of rest. Alternating diagonal, lateral lunge. So with these, you're gonna do your best to keep that chest nice and open. When you're sitting back, you're gonna use that inner thigh to really bring you back in to keep that weight off of that standing leg. You got 5 seconds though. We're almost there. Here, you got 3, 2, alternating diagonal, lateral lunge. Let's go. Taking it back and squeeze that leg to bring it in. There you go. All the way down, all the way up. You keeping a nice flat back? Are you falling over like me? That means you're trying. 20 seconds. And all I ask is that you try. 15. 10. Give me 5. 4, we're gonna go onto those forearms in 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds of rest. Down to the forearms. Again, duality moment. So we're coming onto those forearms here. We're gonna be thinking about a lot of things, but this time, head empty. Release those thoughts, put them through a shredder, think literally nothing. So in those forearms, we are on forearm plank hip dips. There's this episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where he needs to forget the Krabby Patty recipe, and is it Plankton? I think Plankton tells him he needs to empty his mind. So SpongeBob's like, empty my mind. So then you like zoom into his brain, and it's all these little SpongeBobs, like a big computer, saying, okay, get rid of everything, and then just shredding and shredding and shredding. So sometimes that's what I think about. Yep, I am thinking about SpongeBob SquarePants when I am working out. You have 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds of rest. Come up off those forearms. 30-year-old woman talking SquarePants in a workout. Jesus Christ, what has my life become? I'm just kidding. It's great. You have mountain climbers coming in next. Getting ready to keep a nice strong core, nice flat back. Knees are going to come in. Feet are going to come in. You've got 3, 2, and 1. That went fast. 40 seconds. Don't we only wish it was 20? We don't. Because we know that a good 40 seconds is what's really going to make a difference here. So a nice flat back, a pace that you can keep steady. Keep it up. After this, it's only 2 more moves. You're on your back, then it's drop squats in 10. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy crap. Okay, onto your backs, glute bridge circles. Last 2 moves, you guys. We're gonna keep that core nice and strong, and we're gonna get it going in a circle. Time to boogie. You have 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. We are on glute bridge circles. Taking it over in one direction, all the way to the other side, and back down. Speaking of one direction, I don't know about you guys. I like Harry Styles. Music is great. Seems like a nice guy. Keep it going with those glute bridge circles. Have the eyes closed if you feel comfortable, or a nice soft gaze. You're almost out of here, but I'd rather you get in here for just another 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds of rest. Take a moment to breathe, because we're going to stand it up for those drop squats. I know, I was so guilty. I literally just said, I don't want to get you guys out here. I want to get you in here. I literally just said that. It happens. Such is life. 4 seconds, drop squats. This is it. You have 3, 2, 1. We're done. After this, drop squats all the way down, all the way up. After this, it is no cardio. It is just arms. And we're going to go so fast through those arms, you won't even think about them. Keep that chest nice and open when you're taking it down to the ground. And that arm is shooting behind you. Feel those biceps nice and strong. You're less than halfway now. You're so close. Stay with it. Stay with you. Stay with me. Stay with us. We're all doing it for just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Okay, you guys, take a second to breathe as I explain the finisher. So the finisher is 6 moves, 1 round, 1 minute per move, no rest in between. It is going to be all arms the whole time. I will give you some leg cues if you'd like to join in on those. So the arms will start out with over-unders. I want you as if you were flat against a wall and you are just moving those hands and squeezing those biceps. So you're making tiny little circles like you were rubbing an orange. You're not moving the elbows. It's more about forearms down, squeezing the biceps to move the forearms. So those are your over-unders. Giving myself a second to breathe. Circles. 30 seconds of forward, tiny circles. 30 seconds of backwards. Don't move your shoulders too much. I really want this to come from shoulders down. Circles, roof raisers. Putting those hands, 1 second. Okay, no problem. Having those arms out, roof raisers. So squeezing those backs, squeezing the chest, nice and open, raising the roof, palms up to the sky. Pushbacks, push those palms back towards the back, and then you're doing the same thing as roof raisers. Elbows are pointing back towards the back. Forward reach pulse, roll those shoulders back like you're squeezing a basketball. Forward reach pulse. Last but not least, tricep kickback, a little bend in those knees. You're gonna have those hands facing you. You're just gonna kick back those triceps with a little tricep kickback. Getting ready in 10 seconds. I will call it all out as we go. Have those arms out, over unders. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Over unders. So with this one, you want a little bend in those knees, a nice open back, open chest, eyes can be closed, deep breaths. Ooh, a little napalm remix. Or no, this is Hiatus Coyote, who is technically part of napalm is technically part of Hiatus Coyote, so it all makes sense. 30 seconds. Over unders. Keep those arms up nice and strong. You got a ways to go, but don't even think about that. Think about right now, right here. Keep that core in tight. Have those elbows slightly bent. And then you're just rubbing an orange with those hands for about another 15 seconds. And from here, it is circles. You've got 4, 3 with those circles. We're going to go on to 1 leg in 2, 1 circles. You can pick whatever leg you'd like to lift up if you would like. You can keep both legs down on the ground. Tiny little circles forward. If that is not for you, you can give yourself a little, what's the word, kickstand. But try to take 1 leg up if you can. Little forward circles here. Stay nice and grounded in that foot. Collarbone nice and open. You have another 10 seconds here, and we're going to switch feet and switch directions. Or if you're not on your feet, you're just switching directions. You've got 3, 2, and 1. If you're on those feet, switch the feet and switch the directions of the arms. So if you're going forwards, you're going backwards. If you started going backwards, now you're going forwards. You're just going the other way. You're almost done. This one I am trying to get you out of because I know this one is a lot. 15. Some big ass bird just flew through my window, by my window, flew through my window at the end here. You have 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down, hands up towards the sky, roof raisers. So we want a little more in this one. You're gonna take those knees in and out, squeezing those inner thighs. Feel like you almost have a little resistance band, a little ball between them, but just tiny little squeezes here. Squeeze those glutes to help you squeeze those legs. Making sure you're keeping that chest open and those arms are moving. Don't get distracted by the legs. Don't get too distracted by the arms. It's a full body. You're way smarter than you think. After this, we're gonna push it back in about 25 seconds. And then you're almost already halfway through. So you've made it this far. 15. Stay with it. We're going to those pushbacks in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push those arms backwards. So this one, just tiny little knee bends up and down. You're not squatting here. Just gonna be tiny little bends. I know. This one, keep those shoulders up. Try not to let those arms sink. If those arms are sinking and you're like, I need a little bit of support, you can take the arms up and down a little, just to give yourself a little bit of release there. Feeling that stretch a little more, but doing the best to keep those arms nice and long. If you need to drop them, that's fine. You just lift them right back up. 20 seconds here. After this, it's that forward reach pulse, which will absolutely be a little bit of release on those shoulders. 15. This shit is hard. Anyone who's like, oh, I'm so strong, I can do this. Can you keep your arms up for 6 fucking minutes? You got 3, 2, 1. Forward reach pulses. So those forward reach pulses are gonna keep that back nice and flat, the shoulder blades rolled back. And you're just gonna focus on this one. Keeping that core in strong, squeezing a little basketball between those hands, shoulders rolled. Close those eyes if you feel comfortable. You only have 1 more move after this. That is it. And those tricep kickbacks are definitely gonna give you some release. So keep with those arms going forward, a slight little tuck of the pelvic bone and forward. You have about 20 seconds left here. So stay with it, stay with you, stay with me. You have 10 seconds. After this, it is those tricep kickbacks. And we're gonna tap those legs back if you feel inclined. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those elbows in towards you. Tricep kickbacks, tap the foot back behind you when you take the arms behind you. So just a little extra glute work and a little distraction from those arms. Keeping that core nice and tight though. Feeling that whole leg muscle really coming through the center of the body. It's all connected. That's just literally science. You have 30 more seconds left here. Making sure those elbows are glued in towards the side. I feel myself glued in literally from my body fat connecting to each other and the sweat dripping down me. And you know what? It's all grand because that just means I have a body and I'm doing the work. You have 10 more seconds and you're out of here. I know, I'm trying to get you out of here. You got this, you got 3, 2, 1, shake it out, done. You did that. You did a whole little bit of movement. All right, you got this. Getting ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guys, it's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye, everyone.